Hello you guys, and thank you all for tuning in to Chris Codes. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button because you know you want to, and it's free. Notification bell so you're notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's get right into the video. Okay, you guys, so let's get right into the video. So welcome to Foolishness Friday. We are going to first talk about love after lockup. So this particular couple that we're going to discuss, Zariah and I have no clue if I'm pronouncing this young lady's name right, so bear with me, but this is the couple here, okay? And I saw this clip on Facebook. I think it was either Facebook or TikTok. TikTok might be where you see the mess, okay? I thought Facebook was it, but TikTok is coming. TikTok is coming, and I'm not a TikToker type of person, you know. I'm not a TikToker, but they had some mess on there too. But anyways, so I saw this clip on Facebook and it was a bit outrageous. So we're going to talk about it, but I want you all to watch this clip first. You can kind of make your opinions on it, but I do have a lot of backstory that I want to talk about and then give my opinion on. So let's go ahead and watch this clip first, and then we're going to talk about it. Let's go.
Stop playing with me. Here, get out my house. Get out my house. Get out my house. Get out my house. Just come on. Give her time to cool down. Come on. Get the come on. Let's go. I don't want you to go to jail. Just get your stuff and go to my house.
I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to nobody else.
Here, give you all these stuff. Here. I'll give you all your stuff.
No, get the in here right now. Get the in here.
You about to be doing all of that, I'm not doing that.
Okay, but get in here.
Come on, baby. Don't keep fight.
Why the would your baby mother just say that? Yes, I cheated on you. Why the would you about like this? That bitch call her. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And your mother talking about stuff. Oh, this is all new information. No, we already talking about this. Why the would you put that in there? Why the would you do this?
She was making it seem like it was new information.
Zaria,
she was making it seem like
over.
Zaria, please open the door.
Okay, so if you have watched a multitude of my videos, you know that I'm a girl's girl. So immediately when I was watching this, I was like, what did he do, girl? What did he do? And I'm looking, she tossed the ring on the ground, you know, and of course I thought it was a bit dramatic because marriage is it's a serious thing. And in relationships, I've said, like, I'm out, you know, I'm done with you, I'm done with you, and not necessarily meant it. You don't mean it until you really mean it. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. You know, sometimes you're mad in the moment, but after the fact, you're like, okay, we could talk this out, we could work this out, and all that. But in marriage is different, and I know, I'm sure people still kind of like lash out, I'm done with this and all that, which is very unhealthy, you know, because it leaves that resentment or people feeling like, oh, I'm disposable to you. You never want your partner to feel disposable. But I feel like I was a bit biased at first because, one, he is love after lockup, you know, so clearly he's been locked up. And I always side eye women that either meet the man in prison and marry the man in prison. You know, it's just like, you know, I don't want to be judgmental because people go through things. You have people in jail that are innocent. You know, you have people in jail that turn their life around. They you know, build a relationship with God. They get degrees up in there. You know, they got phones. Some of them be living better than people outside. But to me, it's just like, okay, this is how I view it. How can a man have respect for you, you know, and how do they deem you valuable if you had to choose someone in their situation? You know what I mean? That's why I side-eye this whole show. We're going to get back to this clip. Y'all know I like to rant. Okay, what's the point of Foolishness Friday? Me just posting other people's clips if I'm not talking. So yeah, okay. But it's just like, if I was in a man's shoes, like that was in prison, and I don't think like a man. This is not Steve Harvey. I don't think like a man, but I'm just saying, if I was in jail and I was able to pull you in jail, or if you was out lurking on the prison sites trying to meet men, I'd side-eye you. Now keep in mind, I don't know how they met. I don't know if they met before that, because sometimes that's the situation, you know, that they have a girl before that. But now, I don't know if you all been seeing it on social media where these ads, I don't know if they're ads, they're probably not ads, but these videos are popping up on, like, videos of inmates kind of like posing and smiling and stuff like that, and their information at the bottom. I was like, what is happening? You know, like, what is happening? I don't understand it. And to me, it's like, if you were that guy, would you deem a person valuable? Like, everybody kind of wants their person kind of hard to get, or feel like their person is on their level in a way. And if you fall in hard times, or, you know, you get into trouble and you go to jail and you were able to pull your significant other while you were in jail, it's either, I don't really have too much good to say about it. You know, it's just like, how do I feel that you are someone hard to get, someone of value, someone that, you know, someone that's sought after, if you were cruising prison dating sites? You know, like I said, this has nothing to do with that couple. Nothing to do with that couple. I'm just trying to think or figure out the logic in this. Out of everybody on earth, out of all the dating sites, y'all know I'm not a fan of dating sites, but out of all the dating sites, out of all these people on earth, you got someone that was locked up. It gives me insecurity issues. It gives me trust issues. It gives me, you might be very jealous, you know. But it's like, yeah, okay, he might not have access to a lot of other women, but we all know other stuff goes on in prison, and you still run the risk of investing so much time, effort, and most likely money into a man. And it's possible, like, the woman, it's the same thing on the woman's side, prison wise, but you're investing all these resources and then they get out and they leave you because they want a woman that doesn't want an inmate, you know, or, you know, had the ability to get somebody that wasn't in jail. It's weird. It's a little weird. Yeah. I don't know, you just never want to give off desperate, and I feel like that's what it gives me. Like, who knows, like, it's always an exception to every rule, but it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. I feel like if you're in prison, like, obviously you're probably trying to find things to get your mind off of your situation or what's going on in your life. So if you're the woman on the other side of that, I feel like you can never really know if it's genuine. You're just something to do when there's nothing to do. But anyway, let's get back to the couple. It's the whole temper tantrum was like crazy, but I don't know, I'm not gonna say we all, but a lot of us have had our moments where we just kind of lash out. But as you get older and you experience things in relationships, you realize that lashing out is not the answer. It's not the answer. It low-key solves nothing. You don't resolve anything by going off, cussing and fussing. It resolves nothing. A lot of people shut down when you do that. Nobody wants, imagine people yelling, going off and turning up. When was the last time someone was yelling, cussing and going off on you and you were actively listening? You know what I mean? And I've been in the shoes of, not her, but not in those shoes, but it's like I've been in a situation where I've acted out of emotions and feelings and stuff like that, and it just doesn't it doesn't solve anything. It's foolishness. You know? It's foolishness. Sometimes you just have to make a decision like, is this something I'm willing to deal with? Is this something I'm continuously dealing with? And if I'm not able to deal with it, do I want to have a conversation, see if it can be resolved? And if it can't be resolved, I gotta walk away. And sometimes it's hard, but you gotta walk away. You gotta love yourself more than the other person. You just do. You just do. And when it comes to them, like I said, y'all, I did some digging. Like, she has a criminal past as well, and so on and so forth. That kind of like coincides with some of the stuff I was saying about insecurities and stuff like that. Other issues that's probably going on in herself that even provoked her to be in a situation like this.
Zoraya used to be a dancer. She's currently on OF, but a few years back she was dancing. I don't think she's doing that anymore, but I also was told from my source that Troy isn't the only one with a criminal history. They said that Zoraya has been arrested. I spent hours trying to find her criminal history, and finally I was able to find her background, and this is what came up. So Zoraya Alex is her maiden name, and she has her aliases shown here. Then my source claimed that Zoraya and her ex, aka her baby daddy, that was Troy Selly at one point, this is him pictured here. She claimed that Zoraya and her baby daddy went and did a whole bunch of electronics store robberies, and she was hit with multiple charges. One was for grand larceny. I think I might have accidentally said money laundering at the beginning of the video. I meant grand larceny. So she was hit with grand larceny and falsifying business records in the first degree. And this is back in 2017. And grand larceny is a crime defined as larceny of property worth more than the given state statutory requirement. So in the state of New York, where she was located and these crimes were committed, it is considered property with a value over $1,000. So it doesn't show what happened as a result of those charges. Like, is she got probation? Did she have to go to jail? But it shows that the charges were filed back in July of 2017. And according to my source, they claim they heard from multiple people that she was allegedly strung out on heroin back then, and that's why she was doing these things, because her baby daddy allegedly got her on heroin because he lied to her and told her it was a different drug than what it really was. She ended up doing it, got hooked, and then she started having to do things to support her habit. I was told that she was very resentful towards her baby daddy for getting her strung out on this drug and lying to her about what it was. But she did eventually go to rehab to get help for that habit. And she did end up leaving her baby daddy. And I guess they had a really toxic DV marriage while they were out in the free world.
Yeah, so now that you all watched that clip, it's like, it was kind of like what I was saying. You experience things and that might put a damper on your self-esteem, and you might feel like that's what you deserve. It's a mental thing. You know, it's not like, it comes to your mind like, I've been through all this. Who would want me? So I'm going to look for somebody in jail. No, it's not like that. It's like conditioning. The young lady said she had been on drugs. She had had charges brought up against her for like grand larceny and all that type of stuff. Imagine the toll that'll put on you. So in your mind, going on prison sites, or like I said, I don't know how they met, but in your mind, dating a man fresh out of jail or marrying somebody in jail is not wild to you, where somebody that's never experienced some of the things that you experience would think, that's absurd. That's how I feel about it, but I've also never been in any of those situations. So it's like we frown upon getting help, especially like the Black community, but she's not an ugly girl. So that'll tell you, like, it might be some self-esteem issues there, it's something there. It's something there. Even when we all lash out and stuff like that. Like, I saw this clip of this girl that went on vacation. I know I'm going all off. I don't know if I'm going to have time to get to the next video. We might not be getting to the next video. We might just be talking about this. I'm sorry, y'all. But I saw this clip on, I think it was Instagram. This girl, and she went on a trip with this guy that she was in a relationship for a long time. They grew up together, and she had got his phone for something. It's not like she was like actively trying to go through his phone. She got his phone for something, like she was texting somebody or whatever the case may be. If y'all want me to do a Foolishness Friday on it, I will. But she ended up seeing like videos of a chick that he had in the Airbnb they had rented for their vacation. Like, he had recorded her in the shower, all that type of stuff. She had went in the guy's group chat, and he was saying how he didn't even want his girlfriend to come. He's having so much fun out here. In other words, he was actively cheating on her before she even arrived. And the way she reacted was commendable. She literally gathered her belongings and went home. I think she left him a note, like, so he could know, what she knew. But she went home. She didn't discuss it with him. She didn't have a conversation with him. None of that. Now, I'm not saying she's completely healed or she didn't have any issues in her life or she hasn't experienced anything. I'm not saying that. But that is a way to handle. That's a response from someone with a lot of self-esteem. That's a response of somebody with that has done a lot of inner work. Now, I don't know what her religious background is. I don't know if she's been to therapy or whatever the case may be, but that is a response of somebody that is not going to let people control them. Now, have all of us gotten to that point? Because I was seeing in the comments and people reacting to it like, I would have took his passport. I would have damaged the Airbnb, so on and so forth. Scrolling comments, like numerous comments of how people would have crashed out. And she didn't do that. He blowing up his phone, blowing up her phone, so on and so forth. And she completely disconnected. That should be what we strive for. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, people say, oh, everybody gives up nowadays. And everybody's just like, you know what? I don't want to try and work things out. I don't want to fix things and so on and so forth. But what's the point in fixing something that you know is just like unfixable? You know what I mean? People gotta, everybody has a choice. God has given us all free will. And people say, like when they're cheating, they say, oh, it just happened. People love to say that. Oh, it just happened. No. It's a choice. We all have a choice. And if you actively made that choice, you had no regard for how I would feel. You didn't care about the repercussions of your actions. And you expect me to take it to the chin. You expect me to say, hey, you know, he made a mistake. Yeah, I can say that. I can forgive. But that doesn't mean I don't get a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have to strive to be the person that's going to still forgive, but take the necessary actions for ourselves. We've gotten into this whole realm on social media and all these podcasts of condoning cheating. And I don't know if that was what, I know she was fussing and yelling about the baby mother in the video and all that type of stuff. Now, whether he was cheating or not, I don't know. He was real calm in that video. He was real calm. But like with the situation I was talking about where she just like up and left, like, I'm done. You got to know, like, this is a boundary. This is a deal breaker. And I don't know if you have people in your life, family members and so on and so forth, that like to walk all over you, and you don't know that no has a period at the end of it. Like, sometimes you got to tell these people, no, I'm not tolerating it. I'm not dealing with it. You got to know your value. That's what it boils down to. I heard my alarm, y'all. I'm sorry. My Alexa was going off. I'm busy, okay? I'm busy. And I'm trying to finish this video so I have time to edit and upload it before Friday. So I've been setting multiple alarms. But yeah. So, like I was saying, it's like, you got to know, and you got to put yourself first a lot of the times. And I get it with marriage. It's different. Like, you build a family with someone. You got connected accounts, you got houses and kids and so on and so forth, where in relationships, you can just cut ties and go on about your business. You can, and that's what I feel like a lot of us are just okay with settling for what's around, what's comfortable, what's in your comfort zone, and what's convenient. And it has a lot to do with faith too. It's like you got to have faith to know that life will get better. That it's better people, not just that sounds terrible, but like, not necessarily better people, but better people for you. People that are going to treat you right the first time. People that's going to value you the first time. And that's not going to have you sliding down a wall, because they made a choice or made a mistake, better yet. That's just what it boils down to. It's like, we got to boost our self-esteem, we got to show people that have taken you for granted that That's the last time you're going to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny. It's almost funny because after the fact, you can look back on your situations and be like, wow, I was dealing with that. And this, like with this young lady, this is on TV. This is on TV. And nowadays with social media, all of people's issues are broadcasted. And that's another thing I don't understand. I'm like, people, you go through stuff and you put all your business out on social media. Nobody needs to know that you're sliding down a wall. You know? I would never. Let me not say I would never. But I don't know. I got it to a certain age where I was like, oh, this is beneath me. Okay? You just gotta do better. You gotta do better. Live life to the fullest, you know? And don't count yourself out. Don't sell yourself short. Don't do it. Don't do it. You deserve everything that's coming to you, you know? So put into the world what you want to get back. And when people give you mess, people treat you like, you know, just anybody, don't be anybody to them. Go about your business. Go about your business. But this video is going to be super long, so I gotta go. I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for commenting. I love that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button because you know you want to. And it's free. Notification bell so you notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see y'all for the next video. Bye.